This next piece I'm going to share with y'all is a piece that I actually wrote for my father about 13 years ago. My father, he passed away, made a transition from cancer. And during his transition, there was a priest who would come and see him because my family, like on my father's side, was Catholic. And they would show up to the hospice where he was staying at. And I would show up and there would be a priest sitting there talking to my father. And at the time, I was very deep into studying out-of-body travel, like reading Robert Monroe books and things about, you know, that what's going to happen to us and what is our experience after we leave this particular flesh. And so I'm reading these books, and then I go and I see this Catholic priest he's talking about, and I know the story of heaven and hell and this thing of being saved and stuff. And it was really interesting. So I began reading to my father from this book, and during that time I wrote this particular piece as an inspiration for him. And it didn't come until after he made his transition, and I was just, you know, thinking about his life and death and all these different things. So I'm gonna do this piece for him. If imitation is the highest form of flattery, then embodiment is the highest form of worship. My knees would whisper that to me when I was little before I went to bed, but I was more concerned if my soul would be taken if I died. But now I know I'm a soul controller, and I can pray in a club conversation or meditate in the dance hall while they must bow their heads and call on a dead man's name, and the game continues. The food on Spirit's menu is organic and astral. But most have forgotten the astral say organic is too expensive, so their thoughts never stray from the safe way. And what they produce has been genetically altered to not have seeds, so there is no growth in thinking the safe way. Forever depending on what status quo say, the game continues. The more out the game I get, the more truth I step into. My body is the venue, my eyes throwing the party and the chakras are spinning. Look into my eyes and see them dancing. Remember the rhythm you heard before you had ears. Remember the movements you made before you had legs. Remember the place where thought and action carry the same definition, and the word age is non-existent. The place where you set the conditions and chose your mission and chose your region and chose your planet and chose your region and chose your city and chose your parents and chose your gender and chose your race and chose your sexuality and chose to forget that you made all these choices. I told them I heard voices in my head and they called me a lunatic. Shit, sometimes I am a lunatic. But I'd rather be a sonatic. See, my favorite voice speaks every day. Its audible silence is sultry and seduces my spirit to rise above the tides of my temple. I am Osiris. Isis is my lover. She rides me well. I'm just coming to a greater understanding of self, a greater understanding of experience, a greater understanding of freedom beyond bones and flesh. I no longer believe, have faith, guess, I stare down at my face, yes, I know I'll exist after death. And I'll stand before those pearly gates as they open, some big boom and Morgan Freeman type voice will be like, welcome my child. I'll smile and respectfully decline. See, my spirit is touched beyond heaven as a grander design. That voice will be like, hell is the only choice you have for yourself. And as I float up and away, I'll say heaven and hell only exist for those who can't perceive anything else. And a few spirits standing outside those gates will begin to rise and follow me out of curiosity. And curiosity can never kill a cat who knows it cannot die. Just as conformity can't sit with those who see the lie. And few of those spirits inside the gates, they'll begin to rise and follow me out of boredom. And we'll rise up and we'll rise up and we'll rise and rise and rise and rise up. And all of this is just a future deja vu. That moment begins with this one. A moment of rising up. But it's not rising up against anything but one's own inspired thoughts, void to the relevance of a paradigm shift, a shift to the conscience that recognizes we don't get free, we just be free. The greatest trick Those demons pulled was convincing that someone else holds the key. As a woman knoweth, so she be. As a man knoweth, so he be. As a woman knoweth, so she be. As a child showeth, so thee see. These infinite possibilities to explore. These infinite possibilities to explore. These infinite possibilities to explore. Choose the magic door. Open up and choose the magic door. And become those infinite possibilities that we can all explore. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. Thank y'all for having me out. One love, Budokan. Enjoy the rest of the night. Peace, love, suck it up.